Test, 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 test. Okay, you can hear me. I'm streaming well, up and down. Hello, 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 hi, hi, howdy do, what's up, how's it going? Hey every people, your commanding philosopher Poison Tongue back again for another week. It feels weird streaming again tonight because I already had to do something else on OBS with my whole VTuber setup just to test something out, and it took a bit longer than I expected, so it feels like I've already streamed today, even though that was just a recording. So it's weird coming back. I guess this is what it feels like if you stream twice in one day. Okay, so with very little pomp and circumstance, we are finally going to be composing our music for the waiting screen. So after we finish this, which may be today, but after we finish this, gone will be the days where you are sitting in silence at the waiting screen. Of course, we could always go back to silence if we need to. It's easy enough to turn on and off, but I kind of like what I've written, or what I've skeletonized. So let's get to it. So let's see if I still have everything set up correctly. Let's go to you. And that looks good. Music go away. So as you can see, the only thing I've done is really just created a new empty file. I've just given it a name, Sludgement Trance, added my title, and I've set the key and time signature, 4/4, and technically it's a key of E flat, but I'm using it, no, technically it's a key of C minor, but it's essentially the same thing as E flat, 3 flats. And that's really just something you gotta know if you know music theory. Okay, so am I coming through? Yes, I am coming through. You can still see me over the screen. Perfect. So, as per usual, I will bring us here. Now, I didn't even choose any instruments. I didn't choose anything like that. But the first thing I'm going to do is add just a basic piano. Piano. There we go. Now let's see. I am recording. Oh, the joys of only working from a single monitor. Anyway, I'm going to measure it so we're always starting from the beginning. Now I'm just going to put down the chords that I've figured out. Again, all I have is the chords and the basic structure. It's all composed on my actual piano. So now we're just putting it down, just writing down what we did. And then, you know, adding little bits here and there, stuff like that. So I can actually put down, let's start with let's see, how's it going to start? It's going to start with whole notes on the left hand. And we're not going to end up with piano. Probably. We might. But I want to go a little more electronic. Toxic Moonlight and Sunset Venom were more acoustic instruments, you know, with like actual real sounding instruments like piano, harp, flute, chimes. This one here, I want to do a little more electric, a little more techno. And I can show you some of the more obscure instruments that Finale has. I got Gatorade. Half Gatorade, half water this time. Okay, so we're going to go to, again, we're in the key of C minor, or E flat major. I'm going to start with C, which is the same thing as here. So just the fact that they look identical, they're one note removed from the staff, and the treble clef, which is what this is called, it's one note removed down on the line, and bass clef, one note removed up. You can't always guarantee that, because there are some clefs, I think some string instruments use very different clefs. It looks like, I think it looks like a backwards B. We might be able to see it, actually. I don't know what's happened. But I think, yeah, here we go. Yeah, so they have like, no, like this B clef. So we just use treble. You can't see that, can you? You cannot see that. Hang on, let me... I keep forgetting that every time we open a new window, you are unable to see it. So, that is not the right window. You can't see that, can you? It's gone. Well, I guess we'll have to fix that later. Anyway, yeah, that's good. So yeah, so it looks like a letter B, and I think some orchestras use it, and they shift just where the notes are. It's, you know, use as necessary. But in my opinion, most music composition takes place in either treble or bass clef, and not any of the more fancy ones, and usually takes place on the piano. So we are going to start with our C. I'm actually going to bring that down an octave, and I'm going to, well, I'll duplicate it down the octave so we get octave hits, but only after everything is written. So we have C, and now we go down to B. Now, if you notice, this B is on the second line from the bottom, which normally is a B in bass clef. However, if you look over to the side, you see that there's a tiny little lowercase b on that same line. That means that every note on that line is brought down 1/2 step, or a flat. That's what this little b represents. If you went sharp, well, sharp, you get, depending on how old you are, the pound sign or the hashtag. And we can probably zoom in a little bit. Yeah, we'll zoom in a little bit. We don't need to look that far. It's a small scale, small score so far. So you see this pound sign on old telephones, or hashtag if you like Twitter. This is what's sharp. It's just moving up a 1/2 step from the note that is actually written. And if you are going back to normal or natural, normally it'd show up like, well, this one, with no markings whatsoever. However, if you're defaulting to a flat or a sharp, naturally, well, no, I shouldn't say naturally. If you're defaulting to flat or sharp, but you want natural, this is the symbol that you use. It's like a canted square with two little flags on either end. This practically is the same thing as an unmarked. It just indicates that previously, either in the key signature or even within the same measure, it was marked as either flat or sharp. So this says, okay, before it's flat or sharp, but this one, you go natural. So for our purposes, we want B flat, which normally there'd be a little flat sign, but the flat sign is now taken care of by this line over here. So that's B flat, not B natural, even though it has no markings. Same thing here, we're going E flat, and I'm just going to type up the chords real quick. You know, D flat, then we go down to A flat. Now A flat, B flat, and E flat, these three are flatted by default. C, B flat, E flat, D is not. So I missed this one. I have to do flat. That's a flat that's not normally occurring. We have A flat, and then we have F. That disappeared. We'll see it again. And now we have, let's see if I can bring it all into view. Yeah, I'll just zoom out at one level. There we go. So we have C, B flat, E flat, D flat, A flat, F. Now we go up to D. Remember, here is E flat, here is D flat. Oh, excuse me. Now we do D, natural. Go back up to E flat. and then down to A flat and B flat. Just make sure I have it right. I wrote down the chords on a piece of paper. I'm just make sure I follow it because it's kind of a long string. So let's double check where we are. C, B flat, E flat, D flat, A flat, F, D. That's going to end up being an F minor, by the way, but the bass tone is not flat or sharp, so it's F. Then D natural, E flat, A flat, B flat, E flat, then G natural. We're still up A flat. Now, this down here was A flat, this up here is A flat. So if you go, and you go, just move down 7 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you notice they're the same note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're 1 octave apart. And I want this up here on purpose. Even though they're both A flats, this goes up the octave deliberately. And that changes the tone of the entire thing. So then you have upper A flat, then I go down to F, which again is a different F, then down again to B flat, up to D flat. You didn't see that. It's D flat down there. Now down to A flat, up to B flat. And there is where we loop back again. So I'm going to zoom out. Now I'm going to select all of you. Going to transpose. You can't see these menus, which is unfortunate, but I'm transposing down the octave and maintaining the original notes. And now I'm copying and pasting so it's duplicated. So now let's listen to it, and we're going to check our tempo and if we got the notes right. So let me just check if everything is coming through. I know we had trouble listening to Finale last time. So I'm going to play it now. Let's see if we can hear it on Twitch. We cannot. Okay, so I know we had a fix for this last time. Let's see, select window. We need to add. Ah, here we go. Okay. So now that should be working. Let me check my. No, that's still not capturing. I apologize. Something isn't. Do I have that turned off? I should have that turned on. Speaker, audio, cap, monitor, and output. So now if I really should, I gotta figure out a better way to do this. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah. It's a very complicated set of steps I have to follow. So again, we don't need to play through the whole thing. It's just going to repeat. And it sounds kind of boring now. So what we're going to do instead, make sure I didn't mess any settings up too much. That's good. Okay. One day I'm going to get a second monitor. But I don't know, it's kind of a point of pride being able to do all this with just one. As I like to say, the best can do the most with the least. If you have the least, you can still do the most. You might be better than most. Anyway, let's go and let's zoom back in. Because now I want to change what the actual instrument is going to be. So I want something that's electronic, something techno. So I'm going to go to, where is it? Oh, it's still in the keyboards, because these are all a mix of acoustic keyboards like piano, harpsichord, and organ, and celesta, accordion, melodica. Melodica, which is the one that you, it's like the piano that sounds like an accordion that you operate like a bagpipe. It's a very mixture hodgepodge. It's a little like one octave piano that you blow air into a tube. It acts kind of like a accordion, and that you have to control the air, but you blow into it to play it like a bagpipe, and you play it with your fingers like a piano. It's a very interesting gift to give someone. You better off giving it to someone with good lung capacity. Anyway, we're gonna go. You can't see that, but we're gonna go with synth brass. I think. Again, I don't know for sure. We're just giving it a shot, and I'm going to actually take you, copy you, put you here, change you to bass clef, and then delete that because it is now a copy, and the synth brass only needs one line. Piano needed two, but we only need one, so I'm going to, where are you? There you are. Staff, delete and reposition. We don't need it. Okay, let's see what that sounds like. Ooh. I like it. And that repeats. So I think that is really the end. So here we can actually delete all the measures. Since that, we don't need the delete measure stack. And then we can zoom in a bit more. Take you, delete you. When we manipulate, the weird thing about Finale is that when we manipulate this measure here, it just default adds a second one, so we'll end up deleting that at the end. But I want make this a repeat, and I want to be able to repeat it 3 times, as is our custom on background, and it'll jump to the beginning. So the first part, I also think this is going a bit too fast. It's hold on. Yeah, it's a slightly too fast, so I'm going to bring it down to, say, 100 beats per minute. Okay, so it's still a little noticeable. A little noticeable slowdown. Okay, so that's good. So now we can focus on the adding the not really melody at this point, not yet. The bass line is the melody here, but we're going to add the accompaniment in the form of a new blank staff, and we're going to add the instrument. Now the synth brass, when I compose music, I like the sound of techno and electronic, so synth brass and synth lead are 2 of my favorite instruments to use. Now, synth lead might be a little too ear-piercing for this one. Oh, one thing I forgot to do. Okay, so that's good, so I can adjust that later. Alright, so let's listen to this one. So that's pretty good. I want this to be, let's see, what did I have? I had a middle C and then higher. So a good way to check, here's C, but if you're not sure, just know on treble clef, 1 line below, or bass clef, 1 line above, is middle C. And middle C is the C note in the middle of a standard 88 key piano. And that is kind of the standard, the basis for where you measure different octaves, because the bass clef and treble clef straddle middle C. So on middle C, up one measure, and down, what's the rhythm? Down, down. I think it's just a standard. Ba, ba, ba. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Whoop. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. There we go. So that is actually going to go transpose up a third, and then do that again. Now I wonder if this end up. Okay, so that is that. And let's actually copy. I wonder if we could do that. No. Finale is not always as smart as Microsoft Office might be, so you can't just copy all over like this. But actually, hold on. I may have done that too many times. I think I did that too many times. Let's listen to the beginning. And we'll add let's add dynamic markings, because that's a good good habit to have. So let's make this mezzo. Well, this to be a bit louder, so let's make this forte, which might be too much, but we'll check. And then we'll make you mezzo piano, because you're just the quiet embellishment, and synth lead tends to be a bit on the louder side too. So let's take a listen. Okay, so that already seems too loud, and it also seems like the wrong instrument to use, just based on what I imagined this wanted to sound like. So I'm going to change the instrument to probably something called synth soundtrack. I don't know what just happened. Let me check something real quick. Let's go to our studio view, where we can actually solo this. Let's see what it's like. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that. Soundtrack has like this 1 and 5. Like in a key signature, it plays the first and the fifth, or the first and the fourth notes. So if you want a pure note, you're actually getting 2 notes for 1. So with these 3 notes, I might be getting 6 notes. And it's 3 extra notes that I don't need. So soundtrack is not... I'll keep that soloed. Soundtrack is not the instrument I need. And a lot of this is just trial and error. Figure out what you like, what sounds good, what doesn't. So our sound effect, I don't know what this is supposed to do. Let me check if that actually changed anything. That did not change anything. Let's do square wave. See, I said square wave, but it still says sound FX. That's because I'm not changing the instrument, the name, I'm changing the actual sound that's actually hearing. So I can have any name to any sound I want. It just keeping it consistent is good for your own sanity. So that is the same sound as the synth lead that we tried before. So space, voice might be something different. So that's a nice sound, but it doesn't nearly have any articulation, so I can't use that. Synth brass we have, synth bass, let's give that a shot. Maybe. We need to make it quieter. But I'm going to unmute or unsolo this so we can hear everything together. And I probably won't do much, but I'm going to bring you down to a piano. Let's hear what it sounds like. Okay, so I already want to change the rhythm here. I want to undo the half note. Okay, I guess I can't do that. So I'll delete you, and I guess the same thing. Da, da, da. And that's a different rhythm. Instead of ba da da ba da da ba da, it's ba da da ba da ba da da. Let's do that. Let's get rid of you. Copy you. Right there. Get rid of you. Copy you two. You do like that. Like that. Copy doppy loppy woppy. You go like that. Boom! Start from the beginning. Now I'm thinking we change this to just... Nope. There we go. Okay. So that's going to be tricky to make the change retroactively. It's not going to be tricky. It's just going to be tedious. Let's see if that even sounds like what we want. Okay, I like the syncopation there. I like that interspersed rhythm. So what if we make that more consistent? We just do but up, and then we take you, and we drag you here. Perfect. And we take you, and we drag you there. Ah, okay. So there is a bit of a shortcut. Oh, that's too short. I do that. That's too long. Kind of finicky. Let's check it out. Okay, so I'm going to go do that. It's going to take a while. You're going to get a sneak peek on the more tedious side of a composer's lifestyle. It's not always the excitement of composing something new. Sometimes you want to make a change, and it's going to sound great, and you got to get a lot of the boring, tedious work just to get there. That's too long. And I can tell it's too long by the size of the box, because it's proportional. This is a quarter note long. This would be a half note. So you see the box is half as big, and this, so I was undershooting. Here it's 1.5 times big, so it's overshooting. So I just need, again, kind of muscle memory at this point. Now let's see if I can make my life easier. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 unique chords before they repeat. So I need to go 18 measures down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I'm just gonna make my life easier and actually show measure numbers. So I need to go up to 18, and that should be a B flat. Then when it goes back to C, I can just copy and paste. Work smarter, not harder. Because hard work may get you somewhere. Smart work might get you there faster. Okay, that's the B flat, that's the C. So this is the repeat point. So this is the last one I need to do. And now I just take this, scroll all the way to the beginning, all the way to the beginning, scroll that, copy, and bada bing, bada boom, paste that, get rid of this extra one, and boom. Actually, hold on. Now that we know is B flat, oh, that ends perfectly. Okay. Ends exactly where we needed it to end. This part only lasts for the first half. Yeah, so this is going to get a bit annoying, so we need to quiet this down. The dynamics aren't really doing much here, so I'm just going to revert this to mezzo piano, and then I'm going to go into the actual mixer and bring the volume of it down manually. So I can bring it up and bring it down. Now I wonder, I want to add a new line because I want to experiment a bit. So I'm gonna basically take this, take the notes here, copy them here, copy the dynamics, but I'm gonna assign this to an electric piano, get rid of you because I only need one line. And now I'm going to go to my studio view and I'm going to mute the ting ting. Actually, no, I'm going to solo the ting ting so it mutes the other two. Let's see what that sounds like. Let's mute just you. You can't hear that. We need to make this louder. Make it fortissimo. Where are you? There you are. Make it fortissimo. Let's actually make it fortissimo. Let's see what that is. Nope, too loud. Forte, forte, forte. It just sounds empty. It sounds too empty. So let's keep it at mezzo P. It's a forte. Then let's change the instrument to be... What do I want to change the instrument to? Let's go back to U. Change U to a different instrument. Let's try something that has more of a bite, less, not as bright, and more of a sustain. So that makes me think a celesta or a clavinet. A clavinet is like a nerdy, like you imagine, if you were to like imagine a harp as a human being, like if you were going to picture a harp represented by a person, now take that person, make them nerdier, make them more nasally, make them more geeky. That would be a clavinet. If you can manage to picture that in your head, props to you. Let's try it out. This is the clavinet. You can get rid of you. Yeah, we don't want that one. We do not want that. Alright, let's try Celesta. Ooh, that sounds, I like that sound. Okay, so that sounds cool. So that's a Celesta. We can actually get rid of you. Why do you still say electric piano? Let's actually, where's the text? Text. There you are. I cannot change that. Bum. Undo that. Nope, we can't do that. Huh, wonder what that's doing. Anyway, let's bring that down a bit, because that was a bit too loud. That's a piano. Let's see what that does. That didn't do anything. Let's try this and see if it does anything. Too much. Oh, just kind of narrowing it down. But piano didn't really do much either. Well, Now, what if we add, because now I'm thinking about combining sounds. What if we add this in, but we make it even quieter? now I don't like that anymore. I don't like that anymore. Just get rid of this whole thing. Besides, we already kept the thing. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Am I not? There we go. That's why it looked weird. That's why this looked weird. I wasn't displaying everything in concert pitch. Sometimes instruments are written in their own shift in the musical scale along the staff. Like piano. Those are written as true. So a middle C on a piano staff is a true middle C. But on, like, say, the Celesta, which apparently it was, middle C was written as an octave below what normally middle C is written as. So even though it looked like it was middle C here, it was actually an octave above. You would only know that if you play Celesta and you knew ahead of time. But for people like me, who've never actually played it before, if I just set everything to show in the same scale, the same shift, then we're seeing what the notes truly are. So let's get rid of you. Play it. Now that's a little too quiet, so we can move it to mezzo piano. So now we need something else. We need something that holds, some sustain. And I think I know what to do. I think I know what to add. So I'm going to add a new staff. We're going to add an instrument. We're going to do one of my favorites, the warm pad. Synth pad. Synth pad. Again, I don't need you, so I'll get rid of you. Now I'm just going to do... Oh, wait, nope. I need to shift you down to bass clef. And now I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, which is the middle C, down, down. And now let's see if we can quickly do this. C, B, E, D, flat, A, F, D natural, E flat, A, B, back to E, F, G, A, down to F, down to B, up to D, flat, down to A, up to B, and that is that. Now we take U, warm pad, we will do the same procedure. I'm going to do this. I'm going to where's the tie? Where's the tie? Where's the tie? Tie. There we go. Okay. I wonder if this will work. I do this and do that. Oh no, there's a shortcut for that. Okay. So I'm just going to do, where's my shortcut button? There it is. So what I'm adding right now are ties. And they don't really do a whole lot if the notes are different. Normally they're to connect the same note across rests, or across rhythms, or across measures to say, hey, it's the same note, don't stop what you're playing and then re-attack the same note, just keep holding it. But with Finale, again, with the actual software, you have to kind of learn how it works. Sometimes it makes a difference. It makes a carry over just to the very end of the note, and it just makes transitions a little more smooth, a little less disconnected. So now I'm going to transpose down the octave with the key notes. I'm going to give you a, let's say, a mezzo forte, just to try it out. And we'll see what you're all looking. So well, why is that? Oh, that's still low. Okay. And you're at 101. 101. Okay. Okay, so let's see if I can solo that so we can actually hear what we just added. So I don't want to duplicate the same notes. So what I'm actually going to do is take this whole thing, transpose it even further down. That's kind of hard to hear, so why don't we solo it to see how loud it actually is. That might almost be too loud. I mean, too low. But you know what? It might actually work. We might keep it. But we just make it a little louder. Make it a forte. I'm sure that would sound great on some bass. Let's add it all together and see what we got. It's a nice touch. We'll keep it. But if we get something else that has a more bassy feel, we might replace it with that one. So now let's listen to through and see. I'm trying to listen now. What are we missing? What about if we add, he's just experimenting, what if we add a ticking clock? What if we add the sound of a ticking clock? You think that might make people anxious? I think that might make people anxious. But I'm going to add it anyway, because I want to see what it sounds like. So I'm actually going to add a percussion, which would be wood block. Wood block, where are you? Wood block, accessories, percussion. Boom, okay. So now percussion, you're gonna have to guess. And you can tell it actually says the name of what your and there's so, okay, so here's the thing about percussion. There's so many instruments that there's more instruments than being able to just assign one per line. So if you look, like, down here, this line in the treble clef would be F. But now we have bass drum, we have kick drum, floor tom, floor 2, China cymbal. We missed the middle one, snare, snare cross stick, snare electric. Why is that so quiet? That's extremely quiet. Barely hear that. Let's make it forte, because I'm a percussionist and we always play loud, and that's what we're supposed to do. Just kidding. So now I'm looking for wood block, right? Low bongo. Maybe that's not there. Maybe it was in a different instrument. Let's try somewhere else. Let's try a different. Trying to bell, try jingle, tambourine, cymbal, cymbal, line finger, cymbal, crash, hi-hat, rise, splash, tanta, gong. Where are wood blocks? Or temple blocks, even. Temple blocks. I don't want a tick-tock block. We need more. I got really good at playing these. Wood blocks. And it still has the same. Why am I not hearing? the basic orchestral percussion. Fusion, brush, electronic. We can add that. We'll add that one later. But let's see. Nope, it's saying it should be here. So why don't we just crank up the volume? We'll change the instruments back to percussion again, because that's what it actually is. Or accessories, maybe. Let's do a whole note. No, that's limited. That's even more limited. I used to be really good at knowing exactly what instrument I was supposed to be looking for with the percussion, because I've written a lot of songs like this. Electric Stitch. Did they change? No, they didn't change this. There's no way they changed this on me. Conga, dead stroke. Hold on, there's something not right here. I am missing a lot of percussion instruments. Instruments that I know I have used in the past. So let me jump back over here real quick, and I'm going to open up, I don't want you guys to see this yet, I'm going to open up a song I've written before that has wood blocks in it. I want to see what instrument I used. What one was that? That was... It was you, I believe. Let me open this up and see what I got here. Where are percussion? Drum. Oh! Oh! Okay, that's what I did. I silly. Okay. Back to this. So it wasn't percussion at all. It was drum set. Drum set has more usable instruments than the percussion, which is very strange. There we go. There's the low wood block. So I want a tick-tock. Where's the high? There we go. Okay. And now I need the low wood block. Low wood block. So now if we add you to this, we'll make you mezzo forte. No, I don't. I want quarter notes. Yeah. Okay. Quarter notes. Nope, quarter notes. There we go. And then low wood block. And high wood block. Let's see if we can copy. That's not the whole thing. There we go. Copy, paste. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so let's copy you. Now we can add a dynamic to you. Let's add mezzo forte. Then we'll add you. Copy, paste, paste. Paste, copy, paste. Let's see what that sounds like. Is that really the right call? Maybe if we don't start it off like that. Maybe if they come in halfway through. At 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth measure. Fifth measure. Actually, no, we have 18 before we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's delete you. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll come in at here, measure 9. That should be the answer. We'll cut you and paste you here. And now we just need to go up to 18. We just need two more, yep. And that is where we start at mezzo. Let's do forte. It was a bit quieter. Forte, here we go. Okay, so I like that. I like how that's coming in. It's a good measure. Now I got an idea for this one. I want to swell. So every other measure, I'm going to make mezzo piano, your mezzo piano, your mezzo. Actually, no, it repeats. And then I want this to be double piano. And now let's see if I can do this little trick. Now, just by watching what notation I'm adding, you might be able to hear in your head what kind of sound I'm going for. Now, I don't know if I want this to be the full length. Let's see if that is. No, that's too fast. That's too fast. That's too fast. I'm just picturing in my head that is way too fast. We want to extend that by twice the amount. There we go. This, I think, is what we're looking for. Four measure phrases instead of two measure phrases. Now this is going to end up crescendoing because we are not at a multiple of 4. We are cutting off. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so I like that so far. I think we need to add another beat. So now I'm going to show you a little something different. These little numbers down here, I don't know if you can see them, but I am in the way. But if you kind of look through my transparent background, you see down here it's little boxes, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can have 4 different layers. What that means is here, up here, you have, let's say, a 3-beat note and a 1-beat note. So if I added another one, it wouldn't let me. So if I switch layers, I can add it again. And now if I switch layers again, hold on, let me show you that way. And if I switch layers a third time, I can have multiple. So what does that sound like? That second measure sounded oddly good. I was just randomly doing stuff. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Did we just discover upon something cool? Hang on, hang on. So, Little accidents like this that somehow work out. It just makes me smile, you know? Let me try it again. Bum, bum, what's that note? Not that one. Da, da, da. So it's not you. So what if we do that now? Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. I think we happened upon something cool. This might change things down the line. But I wonder, do we need this one? What does this add to us? Yeah, we needed that. What if we just kept with that? I don't know what's actually going to happen. Curiouser and curious. That might be something for another time. Might be something for another time, another composition. But I don't want to do that now. This is the beginning of it. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in my back pocket for later. Because that was a very interesting happenstance. But I have something similar planned for the second half of this song. So we'll do that first. And then depending on what we sound like we're missing, we'll add in later on. So what were we at first? Because during this first half, I want the synth brass to be the star of the melody. So I don't want anything else to take away from that. But the second level, I want like a bass hit. So I'm going to add a new line, make it a drum set like before, but I'm going to manually change the sounds to be an electronic drum set. So now the notes should all be different. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. So let's see here. Let's start quiet. Okay, there we go. So the fourth measure, we'll add it in. And sometimes you just find composers just making random sounds. So I'm going to mouth out, I'm going to say with words what I want to do. Let's see if it sounds good. So that sounds good to me, so I'm going to try to compose that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth measure. I want note on the fifth measure. So I want a bum, 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 bum. So it was a rest. Rest. And then dun, 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 dun. So rest, and we're gonna copy that, and we're gonna copy that there, and then we're gonna make you, let's say, mezzo forte. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so that needs to be, that can stop around here, and we'll make forte, and we'll do a gradual increase to you. And now I want to, so here's where you do the second layer. Here's where we do 2 different layers on this. I'm doing a second layer here, so I want a beat to kind of kick in. So I want 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2. No, I don't want that. I want to rest. Boom, ka. So I want this, and I want this to be a like a. Maybe that one. Ooh, maybe ride bell. Keep that in mind. Maybe ride cymbal. Let's try ride bell again. Ride bell, and I want to. Where's triangle closed? So triangle open. Where's triangle closed? Yeah, you know what? Let's try it. Let's give this a shot. Let's see what happens. And we can actually start. And we'll start from the beginning. And then I want a open splash, and then, well, actually no, is there a hi-hat? Not foot. There we go, there we go, okay. And a hi-hat close. So, and now I want the third to be so now I still want the bass. I want to bring that back. We're going to do straight quarter notes with that one. Kick bass drum. Oh, nope, that didn't work. There we go. Okay. Let's give that a shot. Now I want a drum hit. So now we have the tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. We have the bass hit. I want a something on the 2 and the let's listen, and this time when we listen, we're listening to see if we want the beat to be on the 2 and 4 or on the 3. So instead of 2 and 4, it'd be boom, cat, boom, cat, doom, cat, doom, cat, or on the 3. So doom, doom, cat, doom, 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 cat, doom. Let's listen to see which one we think sounds better. You know what? Different idea. Neither one. Because I think we're going to go with level 2. We're going to actually keep going with this. So I'm going to delete you, you, and then I want open. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what that sounds like. And let's start it at, let's say, measure 6. And no, no, no. Too much, too much, too much, too much, too much. I do not like how prevalent that is. I like the let's make that a nope. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'll keep it just to these two. But that does sound like it's leading into something. So maybe we do want the 2 and 4 to be on a You could do cowbell. You could just do every other cowbell if you want. You know, I'm curious. Just for kicks, what does this sound like? No, 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 oh no, oh gosh, no, 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 no. If anything, we want cowbell here. The offbeats. Let's get corny. What have we made? What have we made? That is an abomination, but that's oddly genius. I need to listen to it again. I'm almost considering keeping that in. Let's hang on. Hang on. Hang on. we keep it? Do we not? Let us I wonder if we can. No, we can't. We can't mute individual layers. So we're going to keep that for no, actually no. We're going to get rid of that, but we're going to keep it in our head that we could do something like that. There's another song that we're going to do in the works, and that's going to be a lot happier, more cheerful, more playful of a song. So the offbeat cowbell, you guys need to remind me, we're going to do that one. But I think we're going to do the rest and then the hit. Let's try this. China symbol. Let's give that a shot. Oh boy. So that's, I think, a no from me, unless we have some note to precede it. Let's try Ride Bell again. I'm tempted to go back to that. Okay, I do like that. I do like that one. So let's do a second layer. Now the second layer is the red, third layer is the green, and fourth layer would be blue. That's how you check. So we're gonna actually so that is you. And then we want some preceding. I don't know what this will do. Let's try it. Okay, okay. I like that. If we add something, now we'll do layer 4, and we're going to add another hit, something like a add a kick drum, a little more bassy. Let's give it a shot. So that's layer 2. I might want that every other beat. I mean every single beat. Oops, hang on. So I want hi-hat foot. Hear that one. it to be the same thing over and over again. 'Cause that's boring. Repetition, it's boring after a while. So, so something different has to follow. Something different has to follow. But what would follow? Triangle, perhaps? Triangle. I like that. I really like that. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. And we want 2 more to get to here. So that's good for rhythm. The tick-tock, does the tick-tock get lost though? Have we added so many things that the tick-tock gets covered up? Nope, you can still hear it. Still hear it. Alright, so now let's add something more melodic. You see how we're building our score, bit by bit we're adding stuff. So let's start playing from the beginning now. And we're going to add something new. Let's see. Think in our head what sounds, what melodies we want to add. Okay, we'll think about that later. Right now I want to move on to the next half. So we're going to start with... I have an idea. Let's switch it up. Let's add... And I want to add... Remember that we had the... What was it? The Synth Lead before. But that was too loud. But now I have an idea. If we... Well, hang on. We... Okay. Take you to the end. And we transition you to that instead. No, I don't want to copy. I want to cut. Paste you there. Now Synth Lead, I remember, has to be turned down quite a bit. Drum set is very loud. We can turn that down a tiny bit. Synth Lead we can bring down a bit. Let's go to our studio view. Down here. And we'll go to measure 19. 17. Okay, so if we have that, and then we have, I think you might know where I'm going with this. I'm going to zoom in a bit so we can see. And then I know the time, it's 11 o'clock, we are at time, but I'm going to keep going because I want to keep going for a little bit. So let's see, I want so it's going to be the same. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we are in the wrong layer. Gotta remember that. This is the one that's gonna go 1, 2, 3. And when I'm playing on piano, I do left hand and right hand coordinated syncopation. So my left hand and right hand do kind of their own thing, but when you put it together, you get a cohesive back and forth rhythm. So on here, I'm actually doing a 1, 2, 3. Nope, not like that. Nope, not like that. Come on, work with me. Nope, work with me there. Okay. I just aimed wrong. So it's 1, 2, 3. Just left, left, left. And the right hand has 1, 2, and 3, and. 1, 2, and 3, and. So it's both left, right, left, right. Yeah, both left, right, both left, right, and that's the rhythm. So that's the rhythm I'm doing. So it's left, 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 left. But the right hand is right, 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 right. It's a good thing I can just talk and talk, because this is a lot of tedious work. Okay, so that's done. So we want, I'm not sure it really matters, let's do that. And now up here, I cleared away from this line because I'm going to use this as the melody now. So this really is the melody the whole time through. But I just like how chill that this instrument sounds. I use a synth brass and the synth lead as my two interweaving melody voices in a lot of my songs. Because they ring out true and clear, but they're also very distinct from each other, and they carry a melody and they sustain beautifully. So what do I want? I want C, because I came down. How did I play it? I played, yeah, so I want E. I think that's the best place to start. E flat. So, bum, bum, bum. Okay, so this is going to be tricky. I have to picture how I played it in my right hand. So, bum, 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 ba-da-da-dun, da-da-dun. No, that's going to worry me. Let's do D, and then back up to this, and then it was down here, and then it was down here, I think, and then still there, and then that, and here again, then here again, up, then down. That's E, yeah. I'm right there, and then it was down, and then it was So that's G. Then we move up to A flat, which is up. Yeah, okay, so then here, and then here. And then again. And it was F minor, B flat, D flat, still has F, and then A head down to E, and then up to F again. Okay, I think I got it. So now what I need to do is get the rhythms, and then transpose each one up twice, and that will be it. Dun, dun, dun. So this is just some of the tedious work. I hope everyone's having a good day. Regardless of when you're watching this, I hope you're enjoying your time. Nope, do not delete, do not delete. I want to keep this. I work very hard to make sure I got the right notes. This is why having a piano on hand is very useful. So now, here comes the other tricky, then tedious part. Transpose all these up. Thirds, keep the note, and then do it again. Transpose up. No, I'm transposing down. Hang on. Transpose up, up. Third notes, and do that one more time. So now we need to just adjust the chords to make sure they look and sound good. So oh, oops, hang on, we need to adjust. This goes to you. So now, yep, I completely forgot to switch the key, the clef. Keys in it, clef. So let's just move you up an octave and see where you are, where you end up. Okay, so I just need to move you up again. And now I need to move you down by 2. Down by 2. That should be, so this should be C minor. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so C minor, and then B flat. And then E flat. D flat, that's D flat F sharp. And then A, let's see, so D flat, that's D flat F, A flat. So D flat F, F natural, A flat, A's are flats, D's are flatted. A flat, that's C, E flat, and A flat, so that's naturally here. F minor, you need to go up, you need to go up. F minor, there we go. And now D natural, so F sharp, and A natural. That's the weird one. Now, E, that's E flat, then A flat, yeah, E flat, A flat, C, and up to B flat, which is B flat, and then down to E. Yep, that sounds familiar. And now G, and that's a D. I need B natural. There we go. And A flat, and then F minor. Yep. And then B flat, and then now B flat. It goes. Let's see, B flat's up. B flat's up there, and then just goes down. It's D flat with an F and an A flat, so that's correct. And then here's another A flat, and then here's another, finally, B flat. Okay, so that should sound good. Okay, so that's too loud. So bring you down to, let's say it's a piano, and we'll start at 19. Too loud, too loud. Let's try piano. And why did you stop? Okay, so I want you to be half notes the whole time. Things you gotta do. Things you gotta do. We won't be doing this for much longer. I tend to get carried away and lose track of time when I'm writing music, because I always think of something new to do, some new sound to make, and every time I hear something I always get the idea of what to do next. And so sometimes I can lose 3, 4, 5 hours just composing. Something did not end right. Something did not end right. We need to end. F minor, B flat, D flat. Oh, A flat. A flat is not up. This. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. So now, if we start at 33 or 32, that should sound better. So now if I just add a and then we so if we start at, yeah, that should be good. That should be a decent transition. if we have the decrescendo. Now I forget if the decrescendo only applies to the layer you're on. I'm hoping it does. I like that. I like that. I do like that. You know, I'm actually in the mood. I think I'm just going to keep going. We've only been doing it for about almost 2 hours. I don't really need a water refill. I do need a water refill, but I don't want to get up. I don't want to get up. I'm going to stay on. I want to stay here. I want to keep composing. I like composing. Let's start at measure 19. 17, just because. The transition right. Nope. Nope. Not what I wanted. I want that. I want that. And I want that. Now I don't want this to be a B, because that right now is a B flat major 7th, and I want something a little more tweaked. So maybe like a... What about that? And then if we start at low, like pianissimo, we end up with mezzo forte, and then we add a crescendo like that, and... Okay, so apparently dynamic markings do affect across layers. So what if we just change the notes? Ooh, ooh, ooh. No, I don't like that middle one. Da, 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 da. What if we just... Sometimes this makes a difference. No, that sounds too happy in the third note. That. What about this? No. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. And then we end this with a crash, with a psh. There we go. There we go. That's not long lasting enough. Try crash cymbal. Both of those. And then we want a so I want the tom's hit to come down. So tom 1. Is there a high tom? Low mid tom. This to be a low tom and floor tom. Floor tom 2, floor tom 1, and then a low tom. There we go. Okay, so let's try that. Nah, that's too subtle. It's way too subtle. Well, I think we're good. So that's like a good stopping point for here. So let's listen to the beginning, listen to the whole thing, and then we'll call it quits after that. So here's the whole score from the beginning. Here we go. Heartbeat. we'll have to work on that transition too. It seems too sudden. But I think that's a good enough place to stop as any. So I'll save that as, what's that called? That's called sludgement. Sludgement. Save that. Close out. Perfect. Well, we made a lot of progress. I thought we were going to finish today, but at least we got the basic structure. We got a couple of the main embellishments down. So next week, we're going to just finish this. Next week is stream number 16, so our last Twitch stream before we jump back to YouTube next week. And on next week, there might be a little something dropping. So look forward to that. And in the meantime, just think about how we're going to end this, because we are going to finish that song, and then hopefully next stream is the last one. You'll have to wait in a silent waiting room. And I'll be able to talk about some other stuff next week. Next week, it's going to be fun. Told you September was going to be exciting. Next week is... Oh, I'm so excited. Alright. I guess that's it for now. So I'm signing off. This has been Commanding Philosopher Poison Tongue. I will see you all next week, where you'll finish our song. And until then, stay safe, stay creative, and keep on making.